Panuorin guidelines para sa mga visa-required nationals, entry at swab testing at quarantine protocols, pati na ano-ano ang mga EED or entry exemption documents na kailangan para makapasok ng bansa. Narito si Acting Presidential Spokesperson Carlo Nograles para sa buong detalye.
Effective February 10, 2022, 12:01 AM or 0001 hours, ito na ang komprehensibong entry, testing at quarantine protocols ang para sa foreign nationals entering through 9A visa. So hindi na to yung EO 408 ha. As for foreign nationals entering through 9A visa, foreign nationals not included in the category I mentioned previously, foreign nationals from visa-required countries or restricted foreign nationals, they may enter the Philippines through an entry exemption document issued under existing IATF rules and regulations provided they are fully vaccinated, as we discussed earlier, except children below 12 years of age traveling with their fully vaccinated parent. They must likewise possess an acceptable proof of vaccination and present a negative RT-PCR test taken within 48 hours prior to the date and time of departure from country of origin, first port of embarkation in a continuous travel to the Philippines, excluding layovers, provided that he or she has not left the airport premises or has not been admitted into another country during such layover. Once admitted into the country, they are no longer required to observe facility-based quarantine, but shall monitor for any sign or symptom for 7 days, with the first day being the date of arrival. However, they are required to report to the LGU of their destination should they manifest any symptoms. Foreign nationals who are found not compliant with the conditions set forth in the acceptable proofs of vaccination shall be required to undergo facility-based quarantine until the release of their negative RT-PCR test taken on the 5th day, after which they shall be required to undergo home quarantine until their 14th day, with date of arrival being their first day. The LGUs of destination and their respective Barangay Health Emergency Response Teams or BHERTs are tasked to monitor those arriving passengers undergoing home quarantine. Meanwhile, foreign nationals with valid and existing visas other than 9A visas may be allowed entry into the Philippines provided they are fully vaccinated and are able to present proofs of vaccination, and shall no longer be required to observe facility-based quarantine, but shall self-monitor for any sign or symptom for 7 days, with the first day being the date of arrival. However, they are required to report to the LGU of their destination should they manifest any symptoms. Foreign nationals under this category who shall not be fully vaccinated shall be denied admission into the country and shall be subject to the appropriate exclusion proceedings. On the other hand, foreign nationals also under this category who fail to fully comply with the conditions set forth in acceptable proofs of vaccination shall be required to undergo facility-based quarantine until the release of their negative RT-PCR test taken on the 5th day, after which they shall be required to undergo home quarantine until their 14th day, with date of arrival being their first day. Finally, fully vaccinated foreign nationals shall not be included in the arrival quota set by the Department of Transportation and its one-stop shop. Samantala, dahil sa rekomendasyon ng Department of Foreign Affairs, inaprubahan ng IATF ang pagtanggap at pagkilala for purposes of arrival quarantine protocols as well as for interzonal, intrazonal movement, ang National COVID-19 Vaccination Certificate ng Slovenia, Bahrain, Qatar, Switzerland, at Hong Kong SAR. Nauna na nating inatas ang pagtanggap at pagkilala sa proofs of vaccination ng inbound travelers mula sa iba pang countries, territories, and jurisdictions. Kaugnay nito, inaatasan ang Bureau of Quarantine, Department of Transportation, One-Stop Shop at Bureau of Immigration na kilalanin ang nasabing mga proof of vaccination. Pinayagan din ng IATF na amyendahan ang proseso ng local COVID-19 vaccine clinical trial applications na nakasaad sa IATF Resolution number 65 Series of 2020. Ito ang naging pasya matapos itong irekomenda ng National Task Force Against COVID-19 Task Group on Vaccine Evaluation and Selection and with no objection from the Food and Drugs Administration natin. Nakasulat sa Iatf Resolution number 65 na ang lahat ng applications sa pagsasagawa ng clinical trials ay kailangan munang maisumite sa Vaccine Expert Panel. Pag-aaralan ng Designated Ethics Board bago isumite sa FDA for review and approval. In this new resolution, vaccine clinical trial application shall comply with the Department of Health Administrative Order number 2020-0010 or the regulations on the conduct of clinical trials for investigational products. This is to ensure the full protection of the rights and safety of human subjects and the integrity of clinical trial data through the adoption and implementation of International Council of Harmonization Good Clinical Practice Standards, to ensure efficient and effective process for the approval of clinical trials, to provide standards and requirements for the regulation and importation of investigational products, and strengthen the monitoring of compliance of all organizations, institutions, and entities to GCP and other related FDA regulations through regulatory inspections. So clinical trial applications are now to be submitted directly to the FDA Drug Action Center and shall be acted upon by its Center for Drug Regulation and Research for review by its regulatory reviewers. The pool of regulatory reviewers shall include the Vaccine Expert Panel members. Sa usaping bakuna naman, meron na tayong 128,058,131 total doses administered as of February 3, 2022. Nasa mahigit 60.5 million, that's 60.5 million na ang naka-first dose, habang nasa mahigit 59.5 million ang naka-complete dose or fully vaccinated. Ayon sa National COVID-19 Vaccination Dashboard, nasa mahigit 7.8 million naman ang nakatanggap ng booster or additional doses. Pumunta naman tayo sa COVID-19 update. Patuloy po ang pagbaba ng mga bagong kaso. Ayon sa February 3, 2022 COVID-19 Case Bulletin ng Department of Health, nasa 8,702 ang mga bagong kaso ng COVID sa bansa. Sa bilang na ito, 96.8% ang mild at asymptomatic. Samantala, ang positivity rate ay nasa 25.5%, habang nasa 94.2% naman ang porsyento ng mga gumaling at mahigit 3.3 million na ang nakarecover. Malungkot naman namin binabalita sa inyo na kahapon ay mayroong 71 ang pumanaw dahil sa virus na ito. Our fatality rate is currently at 1.51%. This is lower than the 2% global average. Sa estado naman ng ating mga hospital, nasa below 45% na ang ating hospital care utilization rate. Nasa 37% ang utilized ICU beds sa Metro Manila, habang 44% naman sa buong bansa. 32% ang utilized isolation beds sa Metro Manila, habang nasa 43% sa buong bansa. 36% ang utilized ward beds sa Metro Manila, habang 43% sa buong bansa. 23% ang utilized ventilators sa Metro Manila, 24% sa buong bansa. Sa ibang bagay, patuloy ang pagbaba ng inflation.
Welcome to OWWA and ROF's news update. If you are new in this channel, please consider subscribing and get updated.